afternoon. Happy lunchtime. I think there's somebody in here checking it all out. I'm Steve the Book Guy. Morning, Oliver. My wife says hi, by the way. It's good to see you. So another setup. I joined. My wife says hi.
Oliver. Hi, Oliver. Lady Stash says hello.
I was in the print, the art section or whatnot. I guess my camera's over here now. I met a gal who's over there doing like live marbled prints. It wasn't marbling the way that she explained it, but not relevant. And then it just dawned on me that I could just Photoshop and then go back to like the estate sale format from before. So that's what we're doing. We're going to go back up to like 500, 600, 700 listings. We're going to import my entire store over to Whatnot, and I am never going to stream on anything other than Whatnot again. We're going to do all the Photoshopping and the retouching just here and just be open while we do it. Yeah, dude, I don't know why I didn't immediately think of that. And so my goal is to stream every day this week, sometimes twice, because I'm doing the work anyway. I might as well be sitting here with y'all, right? So this is why it takes a village. I don't know, like, why didn't I not immediately think of that? I don't know. I'm not very bright sometimes. But so yeah, we're just gonna hang out. I'm gonna pull up an image here in a second, and then people want to talk about stuff. They want to see stuff. I'm just gonna hang out. These are people coming in and out and stuff. So, and that's OBS, but that, like, the middle screen there, that's the program that does all the scene building and all the other bullshit and brings in the music and all that stuff. We're listening to some lo-fi today at lunch. So, what was I doing? Let me bring up Photoshop. This is the guy we're gonna work on today. I will say I had to figure. Just get me see you. Sorry, no, it's okay. I'm here too, right? You get both. See, that was the thing. It's not an either or. You get everything. The stuff. I get to ADD out on like art, and the store gets to be open. So it's like a huge win. What's up, Unique Junk Teak? That's a cool name. So kind of a different vibe here. Everything's listed in the shop if you want to see something up close. Cool. If not, I'm just going to sit and edit and hang out and talk to folks. It is upside down. It is. Photoshop isn't, but the image is. You are correct. Image rotation 180. So this thing, oh, gotta sit down. This is the dude. I thought he was quite dapper. It is a man. It is a man. I could probably switch over to something else, but I did want to get this done. I dig the pipe here. So I retouch these photos, and then I'll sell prints out of the collection, and then it has to be a photo that people would search for. So like the fact that he's got a pipe in his mouth right there, it makes this a somewhat desirable image. And I don't know enough about pipes to identify that pipe, but I wonder if I were to maybe outline this and make this a little bit more contrasty on the background, I might be able to pop it out, pump it into like Google Images or some shit, and then identify the pipe. And then when you list it by that keyword. So I know smoke. Hell yeah, smoke them if you got them. I just smoked a whole lot before I got live. Woo! Anyway, that's so that's cool. And then I thought just the bow tie and his kind of dapper vibe. Blue Sun was, and look at this. He's got a freaking pinky ring. Like, were those in style then? You wonder. This is probably between 1900 and 1920. This photo. Funny story you have? Tell me. So, and then the socks. Did they used to tuck in their pant sleeves into the socks? Dress shoes haven't changed all that much. What else is in this photo? So we're going to clean it up, do some selective sharpening and stuff, and just kind of bring out the best of the image. You know, it's wild. This actually looks just like a place in like our downtown historic. I wonder if it's this gate is still there. Anyway, you got permission to smoke finally? That's good. So how old do you think this guy is? I think this is like a senior photo. Like this kid's probably what, 18? Actually, what we'll do here. Wow. Doesn't he though? He does look 40. But like I think it's his clothing and he looks really young. Like there's no real stubble on his beard, right? There's a little stubble there. I don't know, he just looks young to me. His hands look young. It's not wrinkly. They don't look worn. I don't know. He just shaved with his fave rock, probably. And this hat, what is the name of this hat? Is this the derby or the bolo hat or whatever? Clean up layer. So first thing we do with these photos is we kind of just start cleaning up the funk here. Oh, I gotta hit record. Come get some hat. Hold on here. Hit record. We are now recording. So yeah, man. What's up with you? What's been going on? Let me lower this just a little bit. I gotta sit. Dude, that's hot. You think just being on here is better? So from like a total business perspective, like I have the online and it's everywhere, right? And then I have a website and then I have an antique mall. But I was trying to run kind of two business models at the same time where my focus has always wanted to be the art and kind of a live show and stuff like that. So I was trying to split my time and trying to figure out a production schedule that could create content for all the platforms, right? TikTok, YouTube, all of them. It just wasn't going to work. And I ended up doing nothing because I couldn't figure out a process to kind of achieve everything at once. And then I hopped on, it was yesterday with the gal on the art whatnot. And she wasn't doing like another store thing, but she was selling her own artwork that she had created. And she was creating more live, which I thought was a really neat thing to watch. And so most of my time is trying to figure out how to do the marketing, right? But I'm recording the screen right now, and I'm actually streaming right now on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch through Whatnot. So Whatnot is kind of going from something I was doing when I had time to more of the probably going to be what I do the most. Like everything might be centered around Whatnot. And if that's the case, y'all ain't never going to... My English is so great. I call myself Steve the Book Guy, and I say y'all ain't. We're growing as people. What's up, Boyer Books? I got a good friend named Boyer. Used to, anyway. He does karate. What? ADD. Anyway, so that's kind of the plan. So now I can stream from here. I can do all my editing and whatnot, which gives me the excuse to just have the store open for hours. And I'm just going to sit here. Like, I won't have a day really where where you guys do the claim sales and have like a bajillion sales in a day. That's not really my business model. And I'm really starting to understand that. So it's really more about the show and selling stuff at the same time. So it's nice. Hey, what's up, buddy? I just unfollowed you. Get wrecked. Oliver, I love you, bro. You're new to Whatnot. I'm a bookseller. Welcome. Oliver's a big bookseller. The other dude here, he's a much more prolific bookseller than I do. He's like, we call him Grandpa behind his back. We don't really call him Grandpa. But he's one to follow. If you want to get into the community, everyone's super nice, super chill. Rising tides raise all ships. Welcome, my man. Good to have you. And for those who are watching on other platforms, if you're watching on Facebook and if you're watching on Twitch or if you're watching on YouTube, really do come over to Whatnot because you can't see the chat. And the chat is in Whatnot. So, and I don't have that many screens. So you'll have to bear with me. Yeah, follow Oliver, and then all the cool kids will be hanging out in his stream. I'm kind of a small fry. But Oliver just got his 1,000th sale. Now, does that count? Like, does it count like if like Blue Sun comes in and buys like, 20 different lots or whatever? Does that count as one sale? Is it 1,000 unique people or is it 1,000 sales? Oliver, that is the question. So right here on this image, I don't know if you guys can see. Hopefully you guys can see. We're just going through and we're just kind of cleaning it up here. 1,000 bundles. Okay. So the instant payout is cool. That is cool. That is cool. It definitely makes the workflow. Yeah, that's a lot of books, bro. Because you do the bundling, so not like right. Because then it wouldn't be individual sales for you. Even it would still be. That makes sense in your context. So this is damage to the photo. We're gonna use the patch tool right here, right here, right here. Come on. You guys want me to show you some stuff? I can show you some stuff. Last 200. You didn't do the bundles? Did you? Are you gonna not do bundles just for a while, or are you just kind of bouncing around from system? Plus, it's just nice to change it up, even if there's not really a reason to, kind of some variety, keep things interesting. So I could get, okay, so you wanted to break it up to kick the number up. Now you'll go back. That makes sense. eBay, Amazon, other websites. You have 77,000 books. Damn, bro. That's a lot of books. I am not that kind of bookseller. That is a warehouse full of books. I don't know if Oliver has that many either. Oh, really? Oh, like that instant. Okay, cool. That makes it kind of more like a physical shop, like you were there in the space. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's cool. And it makes sense that they would wait till you had 1,000 sales under your belt because they would want to make sure that you're not that you actually follow through. Could you imagine doing that to anybody? There's so many people that'd be getting scammed. Which is not what we like. We buy Gaylords of books, typically 30, 40K at a time. I live in an area that had it recently just shut down, but it had a very similar business model to what you're describing. They would buy it by the Gaylord, just warehouse shelves of books. I mean, it was a huge place. And what they would do, because when you buy the Gaylord, not every book in there is sellable, or if a book sits on your shelf too long, you want to move it on. So they actually opened up a bookstore within that warehouse, and where they sold their the books that they would sell off to recycle, because you guys get paid like a rate, right, to recycle the books. They come pick it up and you get a certain amount, right? But definitely better than just throwing them away. But instead of doing that, they would put the ones that were still readable for like 20 cents a pound. And I don't know if you guys are like this, but this business was, they didn't really, if it didn't have a barcode, they generally didn't want to mess with it, which I understand. It's efficiency. They got systems, and everything's got to work when you're doing that kind of volume. But man, my first probably 10 shows were literally nothing but books from that place, and I was just selling. Thank you, Mr. I saw the bundle thing just right before I saw the show. I'm sorry. Boyer Books. She's buying stuff. M. Shalina, definitely another bookseller. If you want to get involved in the community, definitely another one to follow. She does a lot of bundles, streams all the time. Nice show. Been around, right? Thank you, M. Shalina, by the way. Yeah. So, but anyway, yeah. So they would sell 20 cents. They would sell the books 20 cents a pound, and then eventually they would, from there they would move it on to the recycle. And so neat business model. Not something that I would want to do. It seemed very labor intensive, but it was a lot of friggin' books. They were in business for years and years and years, and I think they were just kind of done. So as they were closing down, they gave access to their full inventory at the 20 cents a pound rate. I bought so much. Yeah, and it added labor costs too because then you had to have so basically because they had staff processing things, the Gaylords as they came in, and it was really dirty. Like it was not a place that was like nice. Like the only people that even knew about the place were people like me who were obsessed. Well, actually, that was all who knew. Resellers and book obsessed people that knew they were there. And we would walk out of there with crates. And it was cool because like everybody won, right? Like the books didn't hit the trash. And that was, kind of the point. I was really sad to see them go out of business. My wife and I went up there, we would go up and down the aisles. It was like a scene out of a movie. It was sad to see them go. But stop. I don't know if you guys do, but stop putting stickers on the books. Oh my God. What's up, Jaderon? Jaderon's another one to follow. The only thing that aggravates me about that business model is, and I'm not saying you do it. I'm not even sure if all of them do it. I have a sample size of one, and I acknowledge that. But I really, really don't like the stickers that some of the Amazon sellers put on their books. It drives me nuts. Well, and they did it for the barcode. I think I have one here. Yeah, they would do stuff like that. And oh my gosh, those stickers just will not come off. Oh, I will not ever buy from thrift books because of that. Ever. Ever. Don't put stickers on books, right? If you have to write in the book, it is acceptable in pencil lightly. Soft lead. Oh my God. I have had to throw away so many books, so many nice collectible books, especially the paperbacks. It was disgusting. But who was I to go in and say, hey, I know you've been in business for 25 years and it's working for you, but I hate you for this. Wouldn't have won many friends. Oh my God, don't do the stickers. I went into an estate sale once. My daughter was with me. I'm a very, very nice guy. Like I am a teddy bear. Will give you the shirt off my back if I feel that you need it. You don't even need to tell me you need it. I will just see your need and hand it to you. That's who I am. I went into this estate sale and it was busy. And they had some really old, like late 19th century. They weren't like crazy expensive. We're talking $30, $40, $50 books. There was those like book club editions from the late 1800s. They were putting stickers on the inside of those books and on the outside cover. It was just ripping the covers apart. I was very upset with them. Very upset with them. I won't tell you, you guys aren't from my area, so you wouldn't even know the name if I told you, but I know the name and I will never forget them, and I purposely avoid their shows. At some point I'll go in to see if they've gotten it together, but I was hot. Because I was like, it's different if it's like 90 billion prints of them. You know what I mean? If it's a James Patterson book, they printed too many of those anyway, right? But like, there's going to be a point where these things are going to be really, really, really hard to find. And we need to stop putting stickers in the books. Anyway, the controller stand, does it hold a PlayStation controller? Let me look. Sorry, I went on my tangent. I assume that it does. These aren't made for any specific one. I mean, it's about that much. We don't have a PlayStation in the house. We have, we're Xbox folks. Ash, do you have any input on that? My wife makes these, the game controller stands. I assume these work with PlayStation. There's no reason why they wouldn't, right? Yeah, I mean, it would. I can go grab one of the Xbox controllers and show you. This one's really shiny. I love these things. And it's really cool because it shows like they have depth and stuff. This one's kind of more of a, I don't know, like a water pattern. She's going to make more of these. I think these are the only two that we have finished right now, but those are cool. Which with the water drip one? Huh?
What did you ask about?
These would hold PlayStation controllers, right? There's no reason. They would hold anything. I've used these to hold like scrolls and other book stuff. I mean, they'll hold anything.
Yeah,
this one?
I know for a fact they hold
Xbox
pink
one.
Controllers. I don't know for sure about PlayStation, but I would assume they do.
Yeah, I'd assume. I can measure it for you, too, if you want.
Yeah. I would.
Your extra arm?
Yeah, I would very much assume that they do for that.
Okay. My wife is very confident that it would work. Yeah, so you want me to put this one to the side for you? Same box. These little black things, they pop out if an arm fits. There's my big meat chop. I'm probably an average sized guy. I'm about 5'9", 200 pounds. So if that gives you any. Controller goes a dust bag. Sure, yeah. We'll always have these available. I mean, obviously, I can't promise this one will be around, but she can always make something similar, so it's not like a pressure situation or anything. So it's really pretty. She makes the rolling trays. I don't know if you guys partake in all that, but these are really neat too that she makes. She just started doing these, and I love these. So these are like little apothecary jars or like vanity jars. I just think it would be something like some sort of cosmic wizard would be using. So she's got a bunch of these, and the lids pop off. I know I'm in a book category and I'm showing you all this stuff. If you guys want to see some of these rare books that I have listed, we could flip through the illustrations and stuff. That would be fun. Eventually, I'm going to go back to editing this photo. That's one of the cool things I think about streaming in this way is like there's no pressure. Like we just kind of do whatever and it's cool. I like no pressure. Fits me. There's way too much pressure in the world. You know what I mean? I like relaxing. So these are pretty neat. That's a sticker on the back. Books later, show us the crafts. Can I see the dark green with the black lid? Sure. Oh. That one? She calls these honey pot lids. I don't know if that one ended up being green, not black. I may have looked black back here. Where was the other one? Oh, I know you can. So grab these. And then she makes these mushroom ones that are really cool. Look at that. That's the one. Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, it's like a emerald dragon kind of vibe. And then the lid just pops off like that. Shiny all the way through. She makes these with acrylic, epoxy resin. Why can't I remember that? I've asked her that question like 5,000 times. And I say acrylic every time. I think it's because when I first started photography, I shot a lot on acrylic, and for some reason, and it feels like acrylic, but it's not. I like this one a lot. Anyway, super cool. I like these. She makes these. She also makes these things too for Halloween. These little sugar skull candy boxes. That microphone's all in my face. I bet you did try side. Let's say I try most things a couple times. So these are neat. Oh, they're so cool. I only have 2 of them with me today. We have like 12 of them in our antique mall. I need to go get the rest for here. People buy the snot out of these things, man. They're so cool.
Yeah, I had to get a new.
Oh, shoot, acrylic. I get it.
I wore out my first mold for that.
Yeah, she actually ended up made so many of these last year we had to replace the molds. So, isn't that cool? They're shiny. They're neat. I dig them. What's up, April? We're kind of a laid-back stream. I think I got these for what, $10, something like that, plus whatever the shipping is. So, and we do have a bunch of them. We have a lot more color patterns. At some point, I'm gonna get to the antique mall and get the rest of them and bring it here. Even though I guess it's still October. So anyway, what are we doing? I think I have these Oliver. What do I have? They're under Lady Stash. Let me look. I don't remember. Yeah, $10. They cost about $5-6 to make. So, before time, right? But if there's one thing we have an abundance of, it is time. Yeah, Lady Stash is my wife. So it's funny. The name of our business and all our social media accounts is Stash Collectibles TV. And the website is stashcollectibles.tv. So the way that we came up with the name is my name is Steve, Her name is Ashley. And when I used to play Morrowind back in the day, and we always used to joke, because I used to I'm that Morrowind player that, Elder Scrolls player that likes to keep the trophies after completing. I would pick a house and put all my stuff in there, and that would be my stash. So plus the cute play on our words, and that's where we ended up. So I think it was Oliver who actually named her Lady Stash one night. I believe that was you, wasn't it, dude? I can't remember, but it wasn't something we didn't start calling her Lady Stash until after one of the streams. So what's up, Dame Doll? I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember. It was a while back. It's stuck, and she likes it, so that's what we're doing. For those of you who don't, we are live editing this guy. Does anybody know what that pipe is by chance? We're just kind of cleaning up the image using I don't remember what the name of this tool is. Patch tool, maybe? Patch tool, yep. I remember telling her to run. Nah, man, she's stuck. We've been married 20 years, bro. 20 years. Do I even look old enough to have been married for 20 years? One time we went to court. Anyway. Pretty much. It's what it felt like. Shit, 20 is the new 13. I was 18 when I got married. I was 18 for a grand total of 3 weeks. It took me 3 weeks as an adult to get married. Nailed it. Yeah, I'm a little bit older than you. I'm 41. I've got gray. The lighting hides a lot of it. Not on purpose. I don't care. I want to be gray. Like the dude, the Dos Equis guy. I'm the most interesting man. That is my homie. Dude, it is. Once you guys get a groove, and once you guys once a couple kind of figures it out, I always think of marriage in 3 stages, and I always help people based on what stage that I feel that they're in. So there's the honeymoon stage, which we all know. It's fun. It's great. You can't do any wrong. No issues. The grind of life hasn't set in. But then what happens is you get into what I call phase 2. This is the time when everyone gets divorced. It is. It gets hard because life is hard. You start raising kids. You start paying bills. You can very easily fall into a trap where you're blaming the other one for the issues. And that's not what it's about. It's just that life is fucking hard. And you're trying to do this life with an imperfect human being who just like you. And we all need to fucking relax. Right? And so if you can get past stage 2, which is hard, and I'm not downplaying how hard it is. I'm not like being an ableist marriage guy. It is hard. A lot of marriages end. But if you can get there, stage 3 is the hotness. The hotness. It's when you finally realize that you are a partner with this person and that you're really the same unit against the world. And that's really the only person in your life that you can completely depend on. And if you both can do that mutually, it's the most fulfilling thing, up there with being a good parent and having a good relationship with your child. It's amazing. Marriage can be fantastic. It really, really can. And it breaks my heart that most people don't get there, but it's really great. Did I just become a superhero? No, maybe. But it is true. It's funny. I actually have a thing from my child over there that I don't know if you can see it. It's right there. It says, world's best dad superhero or something. So, true story, getting deep for a second. I didn't really have the best childhood. I didn't really have the worst childhood either. So I want to not overblow this. But just, a lot of absent parents and stuff like that, like a lot of us have in this generation. But books, man, books saved my life. Books taught me what it was to be good. Why wouldn't all of us want to be a superhero from a book? They're self-sacrificial. They help everybody. They're empathetic. They pay whatever cost is required of them to get it done. Why wouldn't we all want to be superheroes? So we should start a new religion. Just based on superheroes. Superheroes in comics. If the whole world ends and we have to build from the ashes, whoever's left, hear me now. Superheroes, the ideals of superheroes, and the reality and the sassness of comics. Comedians. That's all you need. for the next society. That's it. That's it. And it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And just build it on good faith and just realizing that everyone is trying to get through the damn day and just get through the damn day. I love The Boys. I love it. I was actually watching, trying to convince one of my children to watch that new series. I haven't watched any of that new series yet. I did watch the cartoon though. That was good. And I've had the comics kind of in and out of the store. I haven't been able to read it sequentially, but yeah, I did watch the first. I don't know if did they have another season? The last season I watched, spoiler alert, wasn't the first season. It was Liberty is Gone. Yeah, I'll have to look because sometimes I can forget things exist for a while. Let's check out this guy's face. I don't know if I'm gonna clean this up as much as I thought I would. Good tune. How's that music? Is that loud enough for you guys? And I guess I could talk about the stuff. Oh, Micheline, I didn't see the that you bought a jar. Which jar did you want? Did you already write that down? Let me look. I'm over here running my mouth instead of looking. Sorry, can I see the white one? 14 years. Congrats on 14 years. It does go fast. It does go fast. Guitars start breaking stuff. I do have that energy sometimes. I'm like the most polite anarchist you'll ever meet. Is that like I'm an empathetic anarchist? Let me check that audio. Oh, we'll turn Iro up. We got Iro in the background. And I know I normally play like the rock music and stuff, but since I'm streaming on the other platforms, I have to keep it somewhat generic. I think next stream we're going to, instead of retouching something, we're going to make something. We're going to do like a composite. Sold out? What? The white one, black lid, and the green one, blue lid. Yes, ma'am. Oh, my lighting went funny. I might show you up here. This is like a white, and it has like green speckles in it. Let me show you up here. I think this color is a little bit more true to the reality. And I'll get the other one. Here we go. Bam! And you can see in the like the mother of pearl one, you can see how it's kind of iridescent. I think she calls this, honey, you call this color shifting, right? So, watcha! I feel like I'm holding like old like witch ingredients and stuff. I know they're both gorgeous. Take the white one, yes, ma'am. Set that aside. I do like the white one. It looks like it came out of like a dragon hoard or something. It's got like a mother of pearl, like ivory vibe, but like shimmery and shiny and something out of like another universe. If that makes any sense. Ooh, I like this song. What's up, Marmacue? Hello, and thank you, by the way, for buying those. Did my head cut off? Oh, I just up there. For those that just joined, I run a kind of different show. It's real laid back. I'm just kind of here to hang out. The shop is open if you want to see anything. I'm super relaxed. If you want to chat about anything, you're just here to hang out, you're welcome to do that. Really, just kind of whatever. Do follow. I have not a huge store, but a decent sized store that exists in other places. The whole store is going to be moved over to Whatnot, and we have roughly about 800 items in the store, and we add about 10 to 20 every day. Appreciate you. Namaste, as they say. Honestly, really, as an artist, and I'm sure we're all artists in some ways, it's a nice feeling when someone buys your art. Like it transcends the money. Do you know what I mean? Because like when you're an artist, you put a little bit of your soul into everything that you do, and it's just support artists, and I appreciate you. But what was I saying before that? But yeah, no, we're gonna move the whole store over here, and we are gonna try. Like I was saying earlier to Oliver, I was trying to come up with a production schedule that would allow me to kind of do all the things I needed to do. And I met an artist on Whatnot yesterday who just streams making her art, and that was kind of like the final piece in my business model, because now I can just come over here and stream and work on all the art and have the store open at the same time, essentially. So real chill. You're gonna do it? Hey, no, that's cool, because they can just come over here, check out the stuff, and take off. You know what I mean? Because that like that's the whole deal. Like, you don't have to stay, right? Because like I don't know if it's my anxiety, but like I feel like I'm missing something all the time. Like, I don't know if you guys feel the way, and I might just be weird. And I do acknowledge that I really like low pressure in my personal life and how I do business. But like, so if I'm over with you, Oliver, like I feel like if I leave, I'm gonna miss something. Or if I'm over in like a print play, I think I'm just gonna miss something. You know, I want no new friends. So like, so you end up like scrolling back and forth, and I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. Maybe I overthink things. It would not be the first time I've been accused of that. It won't be the last. What else do we got? You guys want to see anything else? While I'm in that mode. Oh shit! Where's all my stuff? Oh, buttons are hard. Yeah, I generally probably won't go on that late. When you guys are on, I did 7 o'clock last night. I know, isn't it cool? That's why I wanted to restore this photo, is specifically because of this pipe. And we do stream in the ephemera category a lot. I have a lot of postcards and stuff, and old magazines, and but I bought it for that. I got this photo for that pipe. Why is it doing that? Okay, there we go. I think my thing is sticking. There we go. Anyway, for the pinky ring there. Sorry, my monitor was acting funny. He does! He does, doesn't he? That's the whole photo there. So for some reason, like I looked at this photo, and I know it isn't, but I got Clockwork Orange vibes as well, because of the Kubrick cover with the bowler hat. So... yeah, so I don't know. It's cool. It is. And those eyebrows are fierce. I love it. I love his tie. I love what he's got under it. I wish I could see the color of this. But a young man in a pinky ring, I guess that was, I don't know. I dig it. I'm probably inferring too much from a sample size of one, but it's cool. Oh, I can show you guys the prints I have available. Even though we're in the book category. Maybe I won't. Oop, there's damage there. We gotta fix that. So we'll just come in with the patch tool. This is a lot harder when you've had a lot of coffee. So I kind of do a rough and dirty edit, because there's a lot, because I don't print these super huge. 8x10 it'd probably be the biggest this will ever be. I don't like, there's a lot you can get away with, because no one's gonna pixel peep that. Does that make sense what I'm saying? So unless it's blatant damage, you don't necessarily need to get it real done. So I'm trying to be a little judicious with my keyboard is definitely jacked up. So yeah. See, have any offers on anything? Nope. Okay. So let me do this. Oh, is Oh, there's a little damage there. Ba-da-da. The patch tool, when you're dealing with like less detailed spaces, the patch tool is generally enough. You see all that soiling on here. See, this one might be more of a pin tool, or not a pin tool, clone stamp situation. So what the clone stamp does, got to remember which system I'm on here, is it allows you to come in and it's like makeup almost. Or not that I wear a ton of makeup, but the really good retouchers, the ones that do like fashion and stuff, they actually will go to makeup courses to especially when you're retouching faces. A lot of the ways you're adding more makeup in a sense. It's not quite as simple as that, but between this and this music, I'm gonna hit this. You don't want that job? Yeah, retoucher. No, it's true. Funny story. I back when I still participated in society, I used to do a lot of portrait photography, and you know, I'd go to church or whatever public space, and so I'd have to be very careful because I live in like rural Missouri. I would go up to like a dad or, you know, a parent of one of the people I was getting ready to photograph, but I would say the word shoot. Oh, I'm going to shoot your kids this weekend. And it meant something. I don't have anything against guns. I don't have guns. I see the necessity of guns, but it did not have the same context. So, it's created a few interesting scenarios that I've had to calm down. Not generally from the person who I was saying it to, because they would have understood the context, right? It's usually from onlookers, bystanders, wondering why this disheveled, over-the-top guy is talking about shooting people over the weekend. Not great. For the record, if the FBI is listening, I confirm that I am speaking about photography. They said the retouch. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Or sometimes, like, when the mom hires me and the dad has, like, really doesn't have, like, is not plugged in and doesn't really know what's going on. Like, sometimes I'll get and he's a hunter or something, I'll get a funny reaction. That's funny. Back in anyway, I won't tell that story. I'll save that for another day. Let's see. See, I think this discoloration here is actually a freaking fingerprint. Look at that. And if that's the case, I just want to rescan this thing. I don't want to fix that. It's a pain in the butt. What do I do after the show ends? What do I do after I'm done shooting retouchers, or literally this show? There's all that stuff up there too. Literally? Depends on the time. I will probably run to the post office to drop off my shipping. Anything that's bought in this show will be packed immediately. You know, it just depends on the day. I'll probably have to do some housework, some sourcing. I homeschool my kids too, so I'll probably have to do that at some point. Fortunately, with kind of the way the world is right now, my wife's disabled and we just can't really afford to get COVID, you know. So we shield. We take her easy. This is why I'm sitting here in front of you, kids, to keep everybody in my house safe. So my days are full. It takes a lot of work to do what we're doing. Why do you think I'm trying to do multiple things at once? I'm selling, live streaming, creating marketing materials for later, getting my social contact in, and my retouching work done all at the same time. It's just, you got to be efficient with what you got. and a little bit creative. And so it takes a while to figure it all out. You try a bunch of stuff, you fail a bunch, and then you try to, until something works. And then you just never know, and one little bit of information is going to be that thing that makes like the thing click for you. It really is. It really is. It really is. And so, yeah, we live a really chill life. Again, you know, my wife's had 8 brain surgeries, and, you know, I ain't messing around with that thing. So we follow what's called the precautionary principle, you know, until something's, you know, we just ain't going to mess with something. You know, I used to tell my friends, I'm not that guy that when a new camera would come out, I'm never the guy that is the first guy buying it. Give me the second or third generation after they fix the light leaks in the damn thing. You know what I mean? So, but it's been a long 3 years, guys. But we decided I quit my job. I got fired from my job, kind of a little bit of both, probably, if we're being honest. And I always kind of did stuff on the side, and I've always, you know, I did photography and video production for a living, and I always did it on the side too. So I just kind of fell into this and just kind of came up with a business model that kind of took all of the things I like to do and like monetized it. And then I'm just trying to survive. So yeah, my wife's pretty great. I'm not gonna lie. When she has more energy, I'm sure she'll probably be on here a little bit more, but it's kind of hit and miss, kind of come and go. She's kind of in a downturn right now, so. But she's literally right there. I'm never far, and it's pretty awesome. We got a garden in the back, couple of dogs, and we don't like we participate in society. We go out to the store and buy food as we can. We don't go out to eat. We don't participate in holidays. Our family isn't really to be trusted, unfortunately. I probably shouldn't say that live, but no servants. Nope, too poor for servants. I am the servant friend. But the Bible says the one who serves is the best or something. I don't know. All I know is Jesus washes feet. I try not to overthink it beyond that. You know what I mean? It's really not that complicated. So yeah, man, it's weird, but it's good. We're happy. Kids are happy. I have 3 kids, so they hang out with each other, and we hang with folks when we can. So we try to be realistic and but it's tough. It's like a little zombie apocalypse, and with spread being asymptomatic, and then people just being really uninformed, it's kind of a weird scenario. My wife went in for a stroke. Like, thought she was having a stroke. This is probably about 6 months ago. Maybe longer than that. Time flows weird. But I had to argue with folks to wear a mask while my wife is in there immunocompromised with, getting checked for a stroke. It's bad right now. So that's another thing I wanted to do with this brand, was do, disability advocacy and stuff, because, these folks just get forgotten. They just get forgotten. And it's just really sad. Yeah, it does, though. I'll talk to you about it offline. I don't want to go into it here with you, but they do, and you should be wearing one in public. You have servants? No, you don't. And that's what it's about. It's unfortunately, America has really become very hyper individualistic, and everyone always measures what they do in their own context, but that's not the way that we should be doing it. Literally, my wife cannot participate in life because it's unsafe. And then whenever we bring it up, she gets made fun of, and it's not great. And then you take into consideration that 70% spread is asymptomatic. You literally do not know if the person next to you is sick or not. And no one tests. And the tests we have aren't the greatest. And people don't know how to use them. We all read enough sci-fi to put that math together, friends. DoorDash and Uber, yeah. Oh, man, yeah, asthma is brutal. And kid transmission is brutal. It's a weird world we have right now, and I just kind of don't want to participate in it. I feel like you guys know that movie, The Knight's Tale. At the end of when the dude, God love him, what's his name, Heath Ledger. He knocked over the villain, right? And he stood over the dude, and like the whole the poetic justice was you've been weighed, you have been found wanting. It's kind of how I feel about the world right now. It's like we've all lost the plot. You're outside my front door. I would actually welcome that. It may be an interesting interaction. Brought you a PKD. I had another one the other day. I can't remember what happened to it. Maybe I didn't buy it. Or maybe I saw it in the store and it was neat and it was signed or something, and then that made me think about you. I can't remember. What's up, Janatus 8088? We're kind of a different vibe here. We're just kind of chilling out, hanging out. I'm just streaming, doing some live stream, some editing. Stuff's in the shop if you want to see something. I'm happy to show you something. I could show you these prints real quick. Take a break here from this. And this is cool. If you come over in OBS, then I can actually turn off the whole group, and then we get back the whole thing there. That's kind of what we have over there. Let me show you this stuff real quick. A couple of prints. This was my first cucumber flower. I didn't know cucumbers grew flowers, and I was excited. And that's how this came to be. Superman. This was from I feel like a dude showing slides, like, next, and this is the Diesel Dex. Check. Anyway, travel photo from London. I thought my book folks would appreciate this one. That is the Bard in the background, and that is a older gentleman. I think he's selling books there. It might be some sort of game, or he might be like fortune telling or something. All I know is his jacket matches the art, and I respect that. So, just a random alley in London. This here is a restored, I don't remember if it was a postcard or just a photo, but the reason why I fixed this one is because of the books. Have a great, always good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Hopefully I'll be able to stop. But now that I'm going to be on this platform a ton, I hope to be in everyone else's streams a lot more too, and just kind of hang out and really, really dive into the community. So, and I know you're on like all the time. So yeah. I'm going full Monty on Whatnot. I think it's going to be the way forward for me, because it gets everything done from like from a business perspective. I would block me too. So, Oliver, it's interesting because, there's only two speeds that people have with me usually. It's either they're like, hey, this guy's all right, or I hate him and I want him to die in a fire. And it's amazing how that can change from day to day. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. It's totally fine. My wife often thinks the same. I thought this was really neat. I found this as a bookmark in a book folded in half, and then I just, took out the creases, did some color work. And fixed it, and now it's here. $3. Is it you and your wife, huh? Meaning, like in the house? Oh, in the pic? You know what? You've seen my wife, right? It's not a 1-for-1, but I could see, blonde hair, angular structure. I think Bowie's good looking. Apparently this bull is awesome. It's a Brahmin, And this is from a 1940s Kodachrome that I ended up retouching. I like the composition too. It has a leading line, so that's neat. Aw. How I feel most days. Can you relate? Young Spock found this as a bookmark too. Skip that one. We're going to start doing more of this kind of stuff on this channel too. We're going to do more. This is a composition. This is actually was a lake photo and this was a reflection. But I think I had just read something about something like a forest fire or whatnot. And this is what I imagine is happening in Canada and Russia and all the other taigas that are creating such poor air quality in the world. Climate change is a thing. We need to do better. Old school penguin. You know, one thing I thought about doing too is actually reaching out and like doing like offering to photograph people's like grails for them, like in a way that they would appreciate or want to hang up, like as a service. Someone said, these are the, I don't get that. Someone said they arrested someone. In Tupac's case, someone said they did. I saw that. I have not followed up on that story. I don't know anything about it, but I did see that. I don't know what the story. Ash, do you know anything about that? The dude that got arrested for Tupac? They arrested someone for Tupac's killing.
I didn't know about it. I just don't know anything.
Yeah, we didn't. She doesn't know either. We didn't follow that one.
Because when they figure it out, we'll know.
Right. Yeah. We'll wait to the end when they.
Everything right now would be just speculation stuff.
Oh, interesting. Right. You're right. My wife's saying that on that particular story, at least, we'll just wait to see how it wraps up. When they figure out, was it Suge they arrested? Or was it like somebody on the way to Suge? Huh?
Suge was driving.
I know, but is there rumors that he was like, that he organized it or something?
I thought that they tried to pin it on Biggie.
Well, I think they did, but I think that like the general consensus was that everyone thought it was Suge Knight was. Oh, he's making shit up. He's fucking with me. Stop fucking with me. I don't follow this stuff.
Yeah, Suge was in the car with him.
But I've heard something like that, didn't I?
You just heard his name a lot because he was in the car driving.
Oh, no, maybe I've heard jokes. I don't know. Oliver's messing with me. Where's my audio?
Maybe you should hush.
Maybe. Suge should, but he in jail already. What do we got next? Magic Bookstore in the Woods. We'll do some more lo-fi. Tea with Uncle Iroh.
The new is here. Now in all new.
How long has it been? We've been on for about an hour. So I'm probably going to be on later on. Someone bought this. What did someone buy? Yes, someone did buy this. Yes, I was just showing it to you. Just because I haven't really showed anything on screen hardly. But these were picked up. I'm getting ready to put it in her stack. She bought both those, I think. Yeah, she bought both of them. Cool. What do I want to do? Should I keep streaming or should I think I might want to go and do other stuff. And then keep adding stuff. Belly dance? I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to wrap it up now. I'm going to get a more entertaining image to edit. And I don't know if I'm going to come back later on tonight or just wait till tomorrow. I don't know. Put your wife on. What's up, collector girl? Kind of a laid back vibe. We got a bunch of stuff in the buy it nows. She is more entertaining than me. Hi, wife.
Peekaboo.
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 It's all the peoples. Steve the book guy, what's up?
I heard you say.
This is Lady Stash.
Someone say, "Put the lady on." I am the lady, Lady Stash. Hello.
Do you want to say hi to everybody while I?
Hello.
I'm gonna grab a book. No? Okay.
But hello, you can see me. I'm real. I exist. And now I go bye-bye.
And now she disappears. She's so funny.
Well, I am disabled and want to sit.
I like this one. Oh, and if also anybody wants to see anything, I know I didn't get a couple of photos in there. I can show you guys. What books do I have in here? We're in the book category, right? What's up, April? Let me show you guys a couple of things. Yeah, you should. It's a good category. If you're going to do any category, the book category is a good one. Everybody in this category is really chill. You'll see a guy named Oliver in the chat. I'm sure he'll pop up and say hi at some point. Like, he's definitely one to follow. He, I think he just hit his 1,000th sale. So grats for him. And then, I think M. Shalina was here a second ago. She already took off though. But yeah, welcome to Books. If you have any questions, feel free. I'm not exactly probably the most normal of us, I guess, because I do this. I really just kind of sit here and just let all my stuff sit. Yep, April, I completely agree. And everyone's got a different vibe, and there's tons of space. There's tons of books. We all want the books, so let me find a different song for us. Medieval lo-fi. What do you guys want to listen to? Something cyberpunky? Wait, I'm supposed to be something. Dude, I know, right? I'm a really bad salesman, but that's okay. All right, this one's called The Reading Cage. Are we into this one? Use headphones for better experience. Okay. Turn this up a tad. Here we go. So, guys, I'm kind of a variety guy. I have a store in real life, and I'm trying to bring all of this stuff on to the whatnot space here. So you'll see books, you'll see Funko, you'll see ephemera, you'll see magazines. I don't have a physical location in real life, but I have a huge online store. Yeah, real life, my real life. I clarified. I do have an antique mall booth though. So do follow me. You'll find all sorts of. I usually bounce around from this category. I'll go to the handmade category. I will go to the ephemera category. I will dabble in the comic category, even though it's hard to get people in and out of your stream in that one because there's some really large streamers in that one. But real life, I remember I was in a philosophy class once, and I don't know if this is a common question. I'm sure it probably is, but they talked about like if it looks exactly the same, but underneath you know it isn't the same. Does it matter in the context? Oh, I don't know. How do they frame that? Because if I don't frame it right, it could change the whole question. You know what? Let me look it up, and I'll come back with that little experiment, and then maybe we can all do it together. That'd be fun. Thug life. Also, if you guys are into any particular style of book or collectible or whatever, shout it out. Let us all know. Because even if you're a seller, we all have access to different stuff. So we might have something you've been holding on to. You might have something we're holding on that we're looking for. Okay, this song's a little too mellow. Let's go back here. Cyberpunk lo-fi. Let's do that. What's that sound like? Lo-fi hip-hop? We in? Let's do it. You like ones with missing pieces? It's funny that you mentioned that. One of the... Let me turn that down just a scotch. Is that too loud, guys, or does that sound good? Because I know it changed. Anyway, the one of the first collections that I ever bought was a Mark's Toy collection, like 1940s. It was still like the plastic stuff, not the metal stuff, but it was all those big play kits and stuff they used to sell. And I spent about $300 on it. Got a bunch of different boxes, and it was all incomplete. And I was shocked to find out that like individual pieces of these certain play kits could be like $50 to $100 to $1 bajillion. It was insane. I was selling like little plastic tanks for like $20, $30 a piece. It was not what I expected. And then it turns out I still undersold it because like the stuff got snapped up like immediately. Yeah, I wasn't complaining. It wasn't a bad beat. I learned a lot. I didn't even know what Mark's Toys was prior to finding that collection. And now I know more about Mark's Toys that probably not, well, at least about the military stuff. They made a lot of different stuff. I have a set of their presidents that I'm keeping. What's up, Fulton? We got a bit of a different vibe here. I'm doing some retouching, just kind of hanging out. The store's open. We're in the process of getting all our listings back in there. I think I got about 50 or so in there now. I don't remember, but if you want to see anything up close, if you have any questions or, we're here. This could be a bit mind-numbing. I don't even know it's all necessary. Let's take a look out. Oh. All right. Let's see what we're doing here. Yeah. See, this is a nice little lunch show. Just come out, hang out, look at some cool stuff, relax, get away from the office. I'm digging this cyberpunk stuff. I'm sorry, bud. Put it on my bill. We'll tally up at the end. Never get this hour back. Boom. Boom. I think we need to lighten up his eyes too. This is a mess over here. Let's do some work. Let's fix it. So I think this is the way they used to make these, and I don't totally understand it. I admit that up front. But there's apparently a silver halide, Halide, in this process that which causes the blacks to be the shiny in the photo, the darker parts of the image. And so when you pick up one of these old things and you kind of like tilt it a little bit, it kind of reflects the shiny. I think this is damage to that chemical maybe, which has caused it to like, or maybe it was how the light hit it. Or maybe it's just schmutz. I don't really know. Doom. Doom. Could just be schmutz. Oh, and by the way, if you're watching this on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, we are actually on the chat in Whatnot specifically. I think there's a QR code that you can screen to hop on over here. I will have they have like a referral thing that I'll end up posting in a bunch of places. Because we are about to turn the marketing on. Doom. Oh, yeah. It's all coming together. What's that meme? The dude from Emperor's New Groove. You threw off my groove. Doom. Doom. That's a lot, jeez. Yeah, I think we'll do something a little bit more exciting than me, like cleaning up an image next time. Maybe we'll do we'll start this stream and we'll go, okay, here's the idea for a composite. And we'll stay on as long as it takes for me to finish a composite. Meaning, like, we'll take a bunch of different images and we'll put them together to make something new. That way it could be a little bit cooler, I think. Hello, Aaliyah. Kind of a different vibe here. Definitely chilled out. Come and go as you please. You're way cool. Welcome back, Jadaron. Oh, what are they saying? Not Animal Farm. That's a book. Animal House. Damn glad to meet you. Damn glad to see you. You started reading a book? What book? What book are you on right now? Invincible. Cool. Very good book. Kirkman. Disney Gold Label books? I don't even know what those are. Is it a kid? That's a kid book? Are those like golden books? Let's look it up. I think some of them, I mean Oliver's probably better to ask than me. I don't really do kid books. I know some of the older ones are really, anything Disney's going to be collectible, right? Yeah, that's what I think. So it might be one of those bundling items, or like if you have 10 of them or something like that, or 5, whatever. Something like that. Somebody will buy them. Like I know, I don't know if it's Helena. I'll just call her Helena. But there's maybe Resale Maven is the gal that does all the she has like huge stacks. You're at Vintage Toys right now. But yeah, those will sell. Somebody will buy them. Kid books sell well. Kid books sell well. Cookbooks sell well. Horror sells well. Sci-fi. Everything sells eventually, mostly. How many you got in your personal collection, Oliver? Yeah. You got a lot of books, bro. You got a lot of books. Well, look, I'm glad. Yeah, we're chill here. We hang out, man. I'm low pressure. So a lot of the folks in the platform, there's a lot of different ways to use the platform. A lot of folks will like volume is important to them. It just really depends on your business model. My business model, I like to sell the more expensive things so I can move slower, but my profit margins are much higher, but they take longer. Does that make sense? So it works out for me to kind of sit here and be chill because I'm looking for like that right buyer. I'm not looking for necessarily 100 bajillion people. I'm looking for that one guy who's a total dork who wants that St. Louis theatrical illustrated thing from 1875. And that person exists. And I've met them a lot. But some other folks, they'll buy like Gaylords of books and then they'll process, that's, $1 claim sales, $2 claim sales, things like that. So, the trick with this platform is at least what I'm gathering in my little journey here. And I'm not as far along in my journey as some of the other folks, is that you really just kind of it's got to fit your business model and what your goals are. Do you know what I mean? If you're a casual seller, then just have fun. But if you're doing it as it's got to fit for what you've got going on. So some people, I've tried claim sales, I've tried estate sale, I've tried all the different stuff. And I think this is where I'm going to land. It could be, it could be a stand-up show. You get me on a night where I've had way too much coffee and maybe a little other, and some energy and some there could be some stand up. Or get me on a rant about something I'm passionate about. No, books are great. Books sell. Oliver, I'll let him speak to it, but he's described to me some very nice days selling. And he's on all the time and it takes a lot of work, but yeah. You said you're already on the platform? And you're selling in the toy category already, or? And then Stas can grab a free gift. There you go. I'm all about. It's a lot of work. It's a job. Like, it's a job. Like, I work 16 to 18 hours a day just so I don't have to go get a office job. But it can work. It works. It totally works. Were you the one that just said you had... oh, no, that was the other person. Like, we just had another bookseller in here that's new to the platform, and he has, like, 22,000 books in inventory or something, you know? You're in Vintage Choice, so you know the deal. You're on the platform. You know the deal. Yeah. Well, he's got a warehouse. That's the Amazon business model, right? He's buying gaylords of books at a time. 40, 50,000. You got 2,000 books in your personal collection. That's awesome. That's like a comic book collector, man. And you kind of approach it like, and I mean this like I'm a comic book collector too. You kind of do, or maybe all book collectors do, kind of approach it because you collect like the full runs, like Daw. You're no joke. Yeah, you're what I call a serious collector. Which it's kind of hard to be like that serious of a collector and not accidentally fall into selling books too. You know what I mean? You get that many and you collect that hard. You know. Post sells well. Another thing that I kind of try to frequent myself with so I can get a handle on what's good and what's bad is completed listings in whatever platform. And then I know certain popular websites will have like 100 bestsellers and stuff like that. So I kind of just familiarize myself. I don't like, it's great to do when you spend a little time in the bathroom. Just kind of, that's how, So I did too, Oliver. It all started by being a poor kid growing up, and I wanted to play like Magic the Gathering and all that stuff. And, when you're poor, you got to kind of figure out how to be self-sustaining. And then, you either figure it out or you don't. Between skill and, let's just say I became a better business person than I did a Magic player. And so, but yeah, that's how I started. And then it's funny because then I went on to World of Warcraft. And then like became the richest gnome on the server, like in my guild. I'd be the guy that would buy all the rare recipes and stuff. I was Scrooge fucking McDuck. It was great. Can't do it in real life. No problem on a game. What's wrong with me? Lots is the answer to that question. But yeah, man, it's just one of those things. I think that you just kind of naturally, especially the collectors, because you're not really given a choice. If you either do without or you figure it out, So I'm sure everyone's a little different, but and I'm not one to do without. I will if I have to, but if I don't have to, and I will, and I have done without, that's why I don't want to do without anymore. So, but it's fun. Yeah, that's what it's all about, man. When COVID hit, and again, with my wife's health situation, I just pulled the Band-Aid off. I do sometimes miss the security. I mean, obviously, it's all something we think about, the security of knowing I'm getting paid on the 1st and 15th. But I tell you what, I feel like a hunter must have felt like back in the day. Like, I eat what I kill. Like, if I don't sell stuff and I don't succeed or win or whatever it is I'm trying to do, there's a real chance that my family will fail. And guess what that does? It makes me work very, very hard. And I acknowledge that you absolutely still can fail even with a good work ethic, but I find it's much more difficult to completely fail so that pressure is like, I thought it would be devastating, but it's actually more motivating than it is devastating, if that makes sense. And I know everyone's mileage may vary. I'm not like, it's the way it is. I'm not really that guy. I read too many books to say that, right? Too many perspectives on things, like we all do. That's why I love people who read books, man. They're fun to talk to. I think you're a failure. I know you're kidding, but the whole trick is other people's opinions aren't relevant. And I know you're kidding. I know you're joking, but that's the whole gig, because the world does kind of try to. Yeah, they do tell you that you're a failure. What are you doing? You're crazy. You have to go this. You have to go to the office. No. No, you don't. Some people do, though. Like medical insurance and things like that. Like, there's a lot of hard choices to be made in this world, and everyone's just got to do the best they can, you know? No, I know you're joking, dude. I know. Do you know how many people a day tell me to touch grass? And I know they don't like me. It's I will say this. I mean, I like getting paid. I cannot sit here and be honest and say I don't like getting paid every 2 weeks. I do. Like, if I could get paid and still, like when I was doing sales and then that middle check was like a draw against commission, it kind of felt the same way as I do now, but less fulfilling. And I think I could even do a salaried position if it was in a place that like I gave a shit. I used to have a job I cared about, and it was nice. I really liked what we did. I worked in the sports organization. I did the marketing and media for an amateur sports organization. I got to travel all over the world. I got to cover events. I liked what we did, and I liked the people I worked for, and I liked the people that we were serving. And I liked that check every 2 weeks. That was a nice check. And it wasn't a small one either. It wasn't huge, but it was enough. But then it changed. The priorities changed, and, you know, the plague hit, and I realized that they weren't going to partner with me in helping with my wife, and all of a sudden I didn't like the people I worked with. I didn't like the people I was serving, and I didn't like my job anymore, and I no longer cared for the 2 week check. That's how that happened. So, but yeah, man, but if you mean you don't like the 2 week check because of like the confines and the spirit sucking soulless existence that will generally entail, then I'm with you 100%. Tell me how I really feel, right? I just don't think we were built to be in there all. Anyway, I'm sure we all feel the same way. I'm sure we all feel the same way. So I have stuff for sale. I don't know what I'm going to do with this print. I just like it. Ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da. Wait, this is a dating room? I'm going to pull this out and check on this. So I'll show you kind of the before and after where we've been kind of cleaning this up for a while. I always kind of get disheartened. Not disheartened, that's probably the wrong word. I lose steam doing this because it gets kind of samey after a while on the retouching here. Watcha. All right. You got those Dino books. What year are those? I think they're pretty contemporary. So generally how I get books, I don't buy Gaylords or anything. I a lot of estate sales, and I have a lot of relationships with estate sale people. And I just buy a whole house of books at the same time. So I do get kid books every now and then. This one is from 1988. So there is zero consistency in what I find. Oh, hold on. Like an old hunter. So there's that one. Oh, hold on. Let me turn this thing off. I'm going to get my Steam Deck hooked back up, and then all this will be at a button click, and I won't have to come over here. Not that I mind doing it, but it's going to be easier. And then I'm going to have like this stuff happening, like this little guy. Whee! And different sound effects and stuff. It's going to be fun. We're not quite there yet, but we're going to get there. What was I doing? Oh, yeah, the books. They're both 1988 first prints. I don't know if that's relevant in these though. I liked the artwork on this one, which is why they got here. So those are nice. Yeah. Trying to see what else I got out here. Some of the stuff that I have listed, I don't have in this stand. Like some of the older books I still have on the shelf. I don't like to get them out unless somebody actually wants to look at them just because, you know, they're old. But I do I have those photos. Yeah, they're neat. I really like the artwork. I'm a sucker for, as you can't tell, I like shiny, bright, busy things. They're usually book-centric. So these really stuck out to me. Plus, it kind of reminded me, you remember that show back in the day, Dinosaurs? Do you guys remember that show? So it kind of brought up that like nostalgia vibe just with the artwork because they kind of have the same. Yeah. So a lot of times the way I pick what to sell in the store, and again because I'm not like I need to sell volume, but I don't need to like sell a ton of volume. I usually pick things that I like to look at and I like to talk about. And that's it. That's my whole method. Yeah. So you get it. And especially because like us millennials, we're kind of, I'm an older millennial, but we're kind of getting that age where like hopefully some of us are getting some buying power. And so we get to kind of dictate like our music is going to be the oldie station soon. You know what I mean? So we'll be able to, so we're kind of coming into our time with all the neat collectibles and starting to target us more. It already, it is. You're right. It is. I definitely am more likely to see something from like a 1980s, 1990s cartoon than I am to see like He-Man. Or even He-Man was in the 80s though, wasn't he? I don't even know what like cartoons were in the 70s. So let me see. Is there anything I want to show you guys? I want to talk about. We're going to be on probably for about another 30 minutes. I am going to try to do the lunch 11 to 1 or 12 to 2 some days. What's up, been bagging? Good to see you. You guys want to look at this Chagall book? That's got really cool art in it. Let me see what else we got over here. I'm looking at the list. Oh, I didn't take those Pulp Fiction photos. That Theatrical and Circus Life book from 1882 is pretty cool. I do like that. Let me see. The Chagall book is fun to look at. What else we got here? Oh, I appreciate it. Hey, and hopefully when we'll, and let me give you a follow too. And if I'm available, I will come hang out in your stream. Especially if you do the books. I like toys too. Funko. All that stuff. Older stuff. But yeah. I appreciate you. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Oh yeah, I've had that not. You guys want to see that U.S. Espionage Act 1940 American Steel pamphlet? Let me go grab that. I'll be right. I'm going to show that to you guys. So this thing is I found this in between books. It was being used as a bookmark, I believe. And it was from a heavy, there was a lot of gun books. It was kind of tons of good. And he was a real serious collector. He had all the stuff in his garage for making this stuff. But apparently he used to work for the American Steel. And what this is something that he would have had to sign to acknowledge that he was aware of what the Espionage Act was. And this would have been given to him in 1940. So, I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me show it to you. So, I'm going to read it. It says, due to the large amount of government work directly connected with our national defense in progress... It's weirdly written. In progress from time to time in our plants, the company and its employees must take every possible precaution to safeguard material, so on and so forth. So they had to get this signed in front of a witness and turn it back in. So it's interesting, isn't it? Isn't that wild? What's up, Elijah? So I think this is super neat. I love these little moments in history like this, and just kind of like, because imagine you're just like a blue collar dude sitting on the line, and the steel, the raw material that you're producing is vastly important to the national defense of the country, and there's your fellow employees might be being asked to divulge that secrets to spies and all that stuff. You know, we have spies, other countries have spies. It's foolish to believe that they wouldn't be actively working in our country too, right? So I guess stupid's not the right word. Naive is probably more appropriate. But so very interesting, right? So different time, different place. I hope to God we never end up back in a similar scenario, but things don't chill out around the world, man. It's looking kind of gnarly from a historical perspective. So anyway, let me put this back. Let me see if there's anything else I want to show you guys. And again, if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, I believe I got up to all those different places. We are over on Whatnot. That's the chat we're watching. It's where the store is, the full store. There should be a QR code on the screen. You can't miss it. It's huge. Honestly, I should probably check to see if my face is covered up. But I'm probably not gonna. Just to tell you. Let's go grab... I guess I can show you the comics. I should have gotten more books listed for this show, but I didn't. And that's okay. We will do better next time. I can show you the Vulture King. You know what? Let's just sit and edit, I think. I lied. I'm going to show you one more thing because I think this thing is neat. This, and I know it's not a book, and I'm sorry, and I'm a variety streamer, and I'm ADD, and I'm in a lot of categories, and I forget where I'm at sometimes. But this is a photograph from 1890. This is called a cabinet card. For those that don't know, I'm sure a lot of you guys probably do. But those are, and I should have looked this up, but smaller people, I don't know what the appropriate term is. I apologize if I'm being offensive. But... it's Baron Magri, Baron Magri, Count Magri, and Countess Magri. And so I started looking this up, right? Because that's what you do. And I was thinking like this is gonna be like they're gonna be some from like some rare country or you know, I don't know what I thought. So it turns out they're circus performers, and there was a huge circuses were huge back in the day, and they used to. This is from Pennsylvania, I believe, and. So these are a known, very, very popular troupe that was around that day. And there's a lot of photos of them running around. So just super neat. Here's the back of it. Nothing really going on there. But this was 1890s. I mean, it's 2023 now. So this is roughly 133 years old. And I just think that's the neatest friggin' thing in the world. So that's neat. Wanted to show it to you. There it is. I like talking about it. So, hello, Bright Star and Escalade, I believe. Kind of a different vibe here. Everything's listed in the shop. I'm normally doing retouching, which I'm probably going to start back up here in just a sec. Bring that back up on for us. And we just kind of have a chill vibe. I hang out and lunch, do some work, let you guys listen to tunes, see some cool stuff, give you some chat, conversation if you're looking for it. Let's fix his eyebrow here, I think. He's staring into your soul, Bob. So the reason why we chose this image, if you're just joining us now, is really like this pipe that he's got going on. Like, look at that pipe. Super rad. And then, wrong button. And then he's got a pinky ring on, but it's going to take me forever to get there, so I don't want to do that. Fix this. Ah. Boom. Ah. Oh, bummer. My goodness. Is it alt? I think actually we are going to go ahead and wrap it up. I appreciate anybody who stopped by. I appreciate this old lunch thing. It was fun to hang out. I got a little bit more work to do. I'm probably going to do this off camera just to wrap it up fast. And then, yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon.